Hello, everybody. My name is Paul Anthony Williams, or you can call me Paul. And I think for my next Let's Play, I think I want to do a classic of mine that I played when I was little. Or, I just have like a real itch to play this again. So, I'm starting to play Ocarina of Time. No, I did not grow up with the N64. I grew up with a GameCube. Anyway, I already made a save file. Anyway, there are texts on the screen, but I think I'm just gonna talk over them because if you see my Pikmin playthrough, I cannot read for the life of me. I stutter a lot while reading. I also sound like a bit of a robot. I didn't give Link any funny name, or called him myself or my channel name, so I'm just gonna stick with the Link. And I am playing this off the Wii U version, so sorry if it's dark and muted, but this is what I kind of grew up with. Hmm, nice place. So Link is sort of having this bad dream right here. Might tell a little bit about the what happens in the future. And this is gonna be our like little helper. This is Navi, and it is sort of short for navigation. So like once every once every year, I come back and I do play one of the game. Some of the games I do like. So like either Sonic or Skylanders or Mega Man or Pikmin. Or, games I come back every few years, like Sparrow the Dragon. But this one I always try to make room to do. Like, from start to finish, if it's like a free weekend that I have, I try to do everything in this game. Like, it only takes me like 2 days and a weekend to do this. But it might take me longer. How you doing? I think I want to increase the volume. Plus, I don't think it looks that too dark. Alright, now she's telling us to wake up and go talk to the great Jakku tree. But Link is a young boy, and like all young children, they want more sleep. Shouldn't should have went to bed at an earlier hour. Anyway, I'm gonna play this in the perspective of you probably never played this before, so well, okay. So if you pay attention to the cutscene, Nat, you probably know where you have to go. So I am gonna play this in the perspective of you haven't played this before, while showing off some secrets because I do want to do like everything in this game basically. And there is Link's friend Saria. There we go. Talking to her, and she congratulates us for us finally having a fairy. And she's happy for us. And now we are a true Kokiri. And we tell her that we're gonna go see the Great Jakku Tree, but it's an honor to it seems like an honor for us to find him. So I am gonna try collecting some currency. This is rupee. These are rupees. So I'm trying to grind some because I'm trying to collect some because, well, if you're first time playing, you probably wouldn't know this, but uh, if you ever played Zelda, if you ever played or seen Zelda, you're supposed to have like a sword and a shield to fight monsters because Link cannot punch. So in this house, and like all good fantasy games, you go inside someone's house and you take all their stuff. You take all their money. But like I do said, I do enjoy this game. And the music is nostalgic. Anyway, this character won't let us by. I believe this is Mido. His name is Mido, and he calls us names by calling us Mr. No Fairy. Yeah, we're not a real man because we don't have a fairy, but now we do have a fairy. And now he's wondering why the Great Deku Tree summoned us instead of him. Now he won't let us by unless we have a way to defend ourselves, like a sword and a shield. So, in this small little area, we are going to go look for a sword and a shield. I'm going to go try getting the sword first. Now, you don't have to do what I'm doing, but this is like for first timers. Okay, so if I hit up on my right joystick, it was supposed to be the yellow buttons on the yellow D-pad. Navi will tell us something. So it's telling us that the Great Deku Tree has summoned us. But there is a problem, Navi. We do not have a sword and a shield. And I'm not talking about Pokemon Sword and Shield. Okay, sorry. Usually, if you jump between these spots, it gives you something. Now she's telling us to look this way, so if we press like the left trigger or the Z button, and if we speak to her, she'll congratulate us. It's like a tutorial. There's a blue ruby back here. Ah, darn! I don't have enough for the shield. Best way to grind for blue rubies is I find is to jump across this. You get a blue rupee every time. So you might notice that when I'm running, it says the word attack, but if I'm holding still, it does nothing. Well, that's because it's like a context-sensitive button. So, this game is always on the Nintendo system, so if you press the A button, like we'll do a roll. This will allow you to move faster, but there is sort of a slight delay. Anyway, come in here. And there are more signs if you want to read them. This one says, that if I do this, if I point the Z button, I can turn the camera quickly. Oh, and be careful with that boulder right there. Anyway, we now have enough for the shield, but there's also something else in here. Oh, what could it be? We found the Kokiri sword. It says that it's the hidden treasure of the Kokiri, but we can borrow it for a while. So we don't have it equipped yet. So if I hit the start button and navigate over here, all right, this is the sword. All right. I'm gonna pretend that the boulder's right behind me. So now we have a way to attack. But now we can go get that shield that's on the way over there. And these are some signs that I can tell you. Stuff that I can tell you. Like if you hold this and you press. Like if you press the target button, you can jump sideways, out of the way, or if you press back, you can do a backflip. This also applies to the sword as well. Depending on how you do the joystick, or if you're pressing the button, Link will swing the sword in different ways. Anyway, we can now buy the shield. I got the shield. Yay! So if I press the... As soon as I equip it, I'm good. Okay. So just like with the targeting, so you cannot... I mean, yeah, you can attack while shielding, but if you target and shield, you can pull it up, basically. But while targeting and shielding, you can move around, but you can't attack. Anyway, now we got the stuff. Hey, don't worry, we're at least equipped. And now he's upset because we have all this stuff. And he won't accept us as one of the Kokiri, or whatever. Anyway, now we're on our way to go see the Great Deku Tree. Alright, first few enemies. So, whenever you see a new monster, you can press up, and Navi will tell us everything about the enemy. This is Deku Baba. So, these guys aren't a real threat. Basically... And we got the Deku Stick, okay. Basically, you can either target them, and then press the attack button to swing. Or if you're holding still, you can press the sword slash. And I got hit by that enemy. Hey, Deku Tree, I'm back. So now he's telling us that something has ravaged the land. And the Deku Tree has something to tell us. As a servant of evil has cursed him. And he wants us to test line courage to get rid of this curse that's inside of him. And we also have to find something of a spirit. We also need to find courage and wisdom within ourselves. Alright, I think I'm going to end this part off right here. I know it's a tutorial and that sucked, but, you know, so much I can do. You know, we got a few minutes. I'm going to make this 20 parts. I'm going to make this 20 minutes. Let's go inside the Great Deku Tree. Alright, this is going to be the first dungeon. Basically, like, Okay, so... Alright, these ones going to pose a bit of a challenge. So, depending on how you, beat these guys... Okay. Okay, I think I messed that one up. Okay, that's what I meant. Depending on how you beat these guys, you can get a stick or these Deku Nuts. And by going in the pause menu, you can equip these items. So think of this Deku Stick as an upgraded version of your sword. It does so much damage. But downside is that it breaks, so you know. The Deku Nuts will actually stun enemies. And I believe these enemies that the cameras are focusing on, that Navi wants us to focus on right now, are Skulltulas. And this is a dungeon map. If you look on the bottom right corner of your screen, you can see a map. Yes, Navi, I know how to open a door. Anyway, yes, I will pay attention to the blue icon that is on the top. Alright, so this is a new enemy. This is sort of a Deku Scrub. Pull out your shield, and knock it back. Now he'll say, "Oh, forgive me, Master. and he'll give you like a little tip. So he tells us that if I jump off of a high cliff, I can hold up on the control stick and I can roll, but it won't guarantee the work if the cliff is really, really high. You know, sort of make... Yeah, Zelda has fall damage, so this isn't a platformer, which I normally try playing, but, you know. Anyway, climb up here, and we get our first item, or dungeon item. This is the slingshot, or the fairy slingshot, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, if I press and hold the right stick or the C button, if you're on the Switch with the classic 64 controller, yes, you can play this on the Switch if you want, but I'm playing this on my Wii U. Anyway, I'm gonna try getting everything I can, like 100%. So you can target this with the target button, with the Z target button, or you can go into first person mode with it and shoot stuff down. Ouch. Okay. So otherwise, this is sort of like a tutorial dungeon, you know. Since this was the first 3D Zelda, they needed to, you know, try some stuff. And I'm gonna try Z targeting. Now I'm gonna try regular targeting. All right, just a little bit. I think that's perfect. All right, and there's one more right there. Missed. Okay, my one big problem with the... Alright, so these are Deku Nuts. My one big problem with the Wii U version is aiming is kind of very, very hard. It's basically, I say, a little bit too sensitive. Like, you know, you have to make like these little pushes. You know? And there's going to be a lot of parts when you want to aim. Oh yeah, that's like a giant Skulltula, so don't worry about that one. Anyway, with this... Oh yeah, before I do that, here's a switch. And now we're going to get into the main collectible of Ocarina of Time. See this? This is a gold Skulltula. You want to kill all of these. I don't know what you're doing. So you need to kill them and get all their tokens. And I will be going after all of them, by the way. Anyway, get this torch. And set this on fire. Now eventually, and I do mean eventually, that fire will burn your Deku Stick. Anyway, there is no jump button, but Link will automatically jump. Okay, I guess I didn't need it. And this is going to be our second dungeon item. It is the compass. Hooray! Now when you look at the map, you'll see two arrows. The yellow one is me, but the red one is where you came from. Basically, it will also show you treasure chests that you haven't opened yet. Anyway, they will show their backsides, so you would have to slash at them. Anyway, remember how you said we should jump off a cliff? Well, thank God there's water right here. Don't worry, Link can swim forever. Okay, yeah, I did sort of like a spin throw. So if you spin the control stick in a circle and then press the B button, you wouldn't have to charge this up. Anyway, got this slingshot. Like, I am used to playing, you know, this several times. Anyway, I believe that will do it for this part right here. So I'll see you all in part 2. My name is Paul Anthony Williams, and you can call me Paul, and I will see you all next time. Have a good day, everybody.